Hey everyone, Grindberg here with the Undroppables. In lieu of the tragic events that occurred in Kansas City on Wednesday, we'd like to take a moment to recognize the victims of the horrible mass shooting that occurred shortly after the Chiefs Super Bowl rally at Union Station. No words can take away what happened. My heart goes out to the victims and all the people that were impacted around this tragic event. These crimes are senseless, especially when children are involved. Another reminder that we need more love and less hate in the world. We are thinking of you, Kansas City. All right. What's going on, Chiefs Kingdom? Grindberg back with the Undroppables Network, bringing you the second episode of the Chiefs Uncovered. I'm Grindberg, and I will be here to bring you everything Chiefs related as your anchor during the season. I will be here weekly bringing you breaking news, roster news, injury reports, matchup deep dives, game previews, game recaps, and game predictions. During the offseason, we will be getting into free agency, the NFL draft. We will be doing player spotlights. And of course, when news breaks, we will be right on it, giving you great coverage and deep analysis. I also want to bring on the show some of the viewers, the diehard members of Chiefs Kingdom, and to come on the show and talk Chiefs ball. So if you are a passionate Chiefs fan and want a chance to talk ball about your favorite team on this platform, shoot me a direct message on X or Twitter at FFCanuck99. I am kicking off our second show with the Super Bowl recap, and then I will give you my 6 most impactful plays from the Chiefs in Super Bowl 58, and then we will dive into what we got cooking down the pipeline on the show for weeks to come. Our next show will be a free agency show going over the Chiefs' needs in free agency and potentially the players that could be looking for new homes elsewhere. And without further ado, let's get this Chiefs Super Bowl recap show going. I'm Grindberg, and this is the Chiefs Uncovered on the Undroppables Network. All right, man, was that a game? What a game that was. You got to give it to the 49ers. They gave us their best effort. However, I mentioned in our Super Bowl preview that Mahomes has the it factor, just like Brady did. When the game is on the line, when it matters most, certain people just have it, and Patrick Mahomes has it. One of the best Super Bowls I have ever seen. It truly was one for the ages. Whether or not you were a 49ers or a Chiefs fan, it didn't matter. Even people with no stakes in the games could appreciate the game for what it was, an instant classic. Now, our Chiefs have won back-to-back Super Bowls, 6 straight AFC Championship appearances, 4 Super Bowl appearances in 6 years. There is no denying that this is a dynasty, people. To add to this, Patrick Mahomes winning his 3rd Super Bowl MVP, having himself a game, exploiting the 49ers run defense on the ground and through the air, 34 for 46 for 333 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, and 66 yards on the ground. Mahomes can't be deemed the GOAT just yet, but sure can be in the conversation now. Let's fucking go. Now, let's get into the game recap. Well, in the first quarter, the Chiefs started off slow with a scoreless first quarter that was largely dominated by the 49ers. The Chiefs were lucky that they were not down early. The CMC fumble on the first possession of the game was the most noteworthy play of the first quarter. The second quarter started with a field goal right away, one that Moody set the all-time record for the longest field goal in the Super Bowl history that would later be broken by Harrison Butker. After a couple punts, the 49ers took the ball on an 8-play, 67-yard touchdown drive that was a quick hitter, 3 minutes and 25 seconds, capped off with that incredible trick play that saw Jawan Jennings throwing to CMC for a 21-yard touchdown pass with 4 minutes and 23 seconds remaining in the first half. A huge play for the 49ers that will be remembered for years to come. What a play. The Chiefs offense finally got something going before the half, taking the ball on a 13-play, 65-yard drive that ended in a Harrison Butker 27-yard field goal. Just like the game, the first half show started out slow, but then got electric when Alicia Keys took the stage. A blast from the past that was loaded with a star-studded cameos from the likes of Jermaine Dupri, Little John, and Ludacris. This halftime show did not disappoint, just like this game. Usher came out and did a great job. Football season never stops. Did you know that you can already draft for the 2024 season on Underdog Fantasy, the easiest place to play fantasy football? The big board is a pre-NFL draft fantasy football content with all the incoming rookies in the player pool. Draft your team in 20 rounds, and that's it. Best ball format, you get the optimal score to fill your starting lineup. A great way to get your dynasty startup fix without any management. Only $10 to enter and over $2 million in prizes up for grabs. Be sure to sign up for Underdog with promo code UNDROPPABLE and you will get your first deposit match up to $100. And now let's get back to the show. Well, after the half, I thought the Chiefs were in good shape headed into the half, but I was convinced they would come out flying. Quite the opposite happened. What a bad way to start the half. Down 10-3, receiving the ball. The opening drive of the half started with a Pacheco fumble that was recovered by the Chiefs for a 2-yard loss and pinned the Chiefs deep in their zone. 2 plays later, Mahomes throws a horrible pick. The Chiefs were able to turn it around and get another drive going not too far later down the drive. That ended in a Butker 57-yard field goal, changing the momentum of the game, pulling the Chiefs within 4 at 10-6. The third quarter ended with a pivotal play, a busted Chiefs punt that ended up hitting a 49ers foot, a return that ended in a fumble recovery on the 49ers 16-yard line. That one play later turned into a Marquez Valdez-Scantling 16-yard touchdown, pulling the Chiefs ahead 13-10. Fourth quarter, now it was just when the game started to get going and the defense started to slow down and the scoring started to pile up. The The 49ers wasted no time marching down the field and scoring on a 12-play, 75-yard touchdown drive that took up to 6 minutes up off the clock and ended in another Juwan Jennings touchdown, this time a 10-yard receiving touchdown. At that point of the game, Jennings was storming up the Super Bowl MVP odds. It was actually crazy to see it happen in real time. The 49ers defense came up huge on the next drive, stopping the Chiefs on the 49ers 3-yard line and making the Chiefs settle for a field goal. Game tied. The 49ers were able to drive the field and had a chance to close out the game if they could only convert on their 3rd and 4 at the 2-minute warning. The teams exchanged field goals and then came overtime. The 49ers elected to take the ball after winning the coin toss, marching down the field to the Chiefs' 9-yard line, only to be stopped short by an incredible play by Chris Jones, forcing the 49ers to kick the field goal. We all know what comes next. The best player in the world shows once again why he is the best player in the world. When the game is on the line, in the biggest game, on the biggest stage, the biggest players know how to show out, and that's exactly what Patrick Mahomes did. Something that Brock Purdy just simply could not do. You can say all you want that this 49ers outplayed the Chiefs in this game. Yes, maybe in the first half, but just like the regular season, the Super Bowl played out exactly how the regular season did. The Chiefs starting slowly in the first half, both in this game and in the season. They also relied on their defense to keep them in it. The game together once again in the second half, just like in the season, the Chiefs came on. The team once again came together in the playoffs, just like in overtime, to play their best football of the year. This team went through so much this year only to prove to the world that this team isn't going anywhere. This very well could be the worst offense Mahomes will ever be surrounded by. And that's a scary thing to think about for the rest of the league for the next decade. Chiefs win Super Bowl 58, 25-22 in a thriller. Now, let's get back to some impactful plays. We had 6 most impactful plays for the Chiefs in Super Bowl 58, and this is impact play number 1. It happened at the 12:24 mark in the first quarter when Chanel forces Christian McCaffrey to fumble the ball as the 49ers were driving deep in the Chiefs' territory. The fumble happened on the Chiefs' 27-yard line, stopping a huge momentum boost on the opening drive of the game. That fumble could have put the Chiefs down early. Impact play number 2 happened at the 5:01 mark left in the second quarter when Harrison Butker crushed a 57-yard field goal, breaking the all-time record for longest field goal in a Super Bowl. A huge momentum boost for the Chiefs. I was skeptical on this call at the time, thinking the Chiefs needed to go for it on 4th down. However, in retrospect, that record-breaking kick turned things around for the Chiefs. The Chiefs' special teams came up huge in this game. They were simply the difference. Impact play number 3 happened at the 2:42 mark left in the third quarter. Townsend crushes a punt that was muffed and recovered by Watson on the 49ers 16-yard line, a monster momentum shift. The Chiefs wasted no time on converting the turnover into a 16-yard touchdown pass from Mahomes to none other than playoff darling MVS, who comes up clutch once again for the Chiefs. The Chiefs now had their first lead of the game and no doubt started to really build the 49ers sideline as they could see the writing on the wall. That doubt was coming in strong. Now, impact play number 4 happened at the 2-minute mark left in the fourth quarter as the 49ers were driving with a 3rd and 4 on the Chiefs' 35-yard line. The score tied at 16. The Chiefs only had 2 timeouts remaining. The 2-minute warning had just elapsed. The 49ers were well within Moody's field goal range. All Purdy and the 49ers had to do was convert on their 3rd and 4, and they could run the clock down and kick a game-winning field goal. But instead, Trent McDuffie, who comes up huge once again, blocks the Purdy's pass down intended for none other than Juwan Jennings, forcing the 49ers to kick the field goal with 1:53 left on the clock. Plenty of time for Mahomes and the Chiefs to march the field and tie the game. Impact play number 5 with 6:05 left in the first OT. Chiefs have their ball on their own 42-yard line. 4th and 1. Pacheco had been stuffed many times in these short yardage situations all game, just like the play previous. Mahomes takes the ball on the 4th and 1 and decides to keep it and goes rushing for 8 yards. One of the keys to this game for the Chiefs was when they started to use Mahomes in the run game. Mahomes ended the game as the leading rusher for the Chiefs, running the ball for 66 yards on the ground. And those yards were crucial parts of the game, and they were needed to keep drives alive and to keep them on the field. So Mahomes used his legs when he needed to, and it was a crucial part of this game, a turning point, if you will. And now, impact play number 6 with 3 seconds left in the first overtime, 1st and goal on the 49ers 2-yard line. The play was clearly designed to go to Travis Kelce, and he did look somewhat open, but when Mahomes saw how open Mecole Hardman was, it was an easy decision. Mahomes finds Mecole Hardman on a touchdown pass to win and ending the game. Chiefs win 25-22. What a year for our Chiefs. It was up and down, emotional. They stuck with it. They had some adversity early. Their defense played lights out. You got to hand it to Spags and the defensive front. Got to hand it to the whole team because they held it together. Now, this offseason is going to have quite a few changes on the horizon. We're going to go over some free agency next week when we talk that. There's quite a list of free agents, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Notably Chris Jones and L'Jarius Sneed. We're going to have to find ways to re-sign those guys. So let's just talk about our offseason outlook. So, and the Chiefs uncovered schedule heading into the offseason here. So our next episode will be our free agency preview show. We'll go over kind of the situation with the salary caps, who's coming in as far as potential free agents, and what spots we're going to need to fill and who did we lose. So we're going to have to talk about that. We also have an exclusive episode coming up with none other than Daniel Harms coming up later in March. So look out for that. We will also be doing a bunch of player spotlight episodes, spotlighting players that are impactful players for the Chiefs and people to look forward to. In addition to this, the goal is also to get some of the diehard Chiefs Kingdom on this show. So if you are a passionate Chiefs fan and want a chance to talk ball about your favorite team on this platform, shoot me a DM on X or Twitter at FFCanuck99, and we will surely try and get you on the show. So with all of that being said, this is it for our Super Bowl recap episode on the Chiefs Uncovered. I appreciate you all for tuning in. You will be able to find this show on the Undroppables Network moving forward. The plan is to have continuous content throughout the offseason and wrapping it up once the season starts. The Undroppables are looking for anchors to drop NFL-specific content. So follow us on socials and find out how you can be part of this elite team. Our turf, your content, their game. Let's fucking go. Remember to like and subscribe to our channel and also follow me on X at FFCanuck99. That's it for today. I'll be back next time with the free agency preview show. From everyone on the Undroppables Network, I'm Grindberg. Thanks for tuning in.